Hey everyone, welcome to another review. In this video, we're checking out the Osmo Mobile 3, which is a smartphone gimbal offered by DJI. So for those of you who don't know, a gimbal is basically a motorized tool that uses built-in sensors to counteract your movement and stabilize your footage. So it's really useful for taking the shakiness out of your footage and just making it look a lot more professional. And that's kind of the gist of how they work. So let's roll the intro and get into the review. Inside the package, you'll get the gimbal itself, power cable, storage pouch, there's a wrist strap in there and some anti-slip pads. If you're willing to spend a little more, you can buy the kit that comes with the tripod and the carry case. For myself, I just bought the cheaper option and picked up a little tripod off Amazon for a couple bucks. And that'll save you a little money if you don't care about the carry case. And one thing that makes this gimbal unique over its competitors is this folding design. It folds in half and you can slide into the pouch and throw it in your pocket, which makes it really portable. The phone mount is a spring-loaded design and it opens pretty wide, so you can fit a fairly big phone in here, and the way it clamps onto your phone minimizes the chance of pressing any buttons along the side, which is pretty clever as well. And moving further down the gimbal, you can see it has a USB-C charge port with a battery that has around 15 hours usage on a single charge. Right above that is actually a USB port, so you can plug in your phone and charge it if you're running low on battery. The grip itself is pretty comfortable, and the gimbal's nice and light, so your arms aren't gonna get tired lugging it around. So as far as controls go, on the front you have a joystick to pan around and move the gimbal around manually. The power button is marked with an M, and it's just off to the right of that joystick, and long pressing that will cycle the power. Oh, and it just makes this sound that's so satisfying when you turn it on. I love that noise. And the other cool thing that this button does is switching between landscape and portrait mode by double clicking it, but don't film in portrait mode. Nobody wants to see that. All right, so those are the things that you can do with the native camera app, but there's a few controls on here that only work with DJI's Memo App, which is the software specifically designed to work for some of DJI's products. So just above that power button, you have a record button that will actually start and stop your footage in the Memo app. You have a zoom control on the left side of the handle, and probably the most useful of all is the trigger on the back of the handle. So with this trigger, you can double click to recenter your phone, triple click to switch between front and back cameras, and double click and hold to activate something called sport mode, which makes the gimbal respond quicker to your movements. You can also use it while recording to track subjects by clicking it once. So overall, the Osmo itself has worked really well, and I haven't had many issues, except rarely you might see the gimbal arm show up in the viewport, getting in the way the occasional time it gets confused or something like that, but that doesn't happen that often. The software, on the other hand, might make you want to forget about some of these features and just use your native camera app. That's what I ended up doing for the most part. The DJI Memo app has a lot of neat features inside, including two really cool modes, time-lapse and hyperlapse. So time-lapse is with the camera stationary, while hyperlapse is done while it's moving, but both take footage and compress and shorten them. So you could take advantage of some awesome footage with these, and I'll run some sample clips just so you can get an idea of what that looks like. And another cool feature is the use of what DJI calls active track, where you can drag a box over what you want to track and the gimbal will actually remain fixed on it. I noticed it doesn't always work well with objects. When I tried it, it would sometimes get confused and stop tracking or point somewhere else, and that's maybe where you might see the gimbal arm or something like that. And besides that, there's also a few other features of note. A gesture recognizer that will start recording or take a picture if you hold up your palm or a peace sign. There's a panoramic mode for taking panoramic photos. And there's also something called story mode that takes a variety of clips that you record and it overlays some effects and music. It does feel a bit gimmicky, like something you might try once and not use again, and that's pretty much it, I would say, for the different shooting modes offered in the Memo app. The app does fall short in some pretty big and important areas, and those relate to video quality itself. On Android, there's no option to record in 60 frames per second, which is a huge disappointment, and I found on both platforms, footage can come out grainy or overexposed. The native camera apps that I've tested did a far better job recording video, and the gimbal's primary function of stabilizing the video works just as well on those native apps. So again, just to give you a sample, I went on the trails behind my house, which are very hilly and rocky, and recorded this footage here. So it still does a great job of stabilizing with the native camera apps, and the only time that I could see myself really using the Memo app would be if I wanted to use the time or hyperlapse features, but overall I'm really impressed with the Osmo Mobile 3, and despite the issues with the software, I really like it. It's light, portable, it's comfortable to hold, and it does what it sets out to do. So if you guys have any experience with the Osmo or with other brands of gimbals, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below, along with any questions that you might have or anything like that. And as always, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of this content, please subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.